Sunbathing naked in your own garden could break the law as police issue warning, as temperatures are set to soar over the weekend. Most people will be making the most of it and sitting outside to bask in the warm weather. If you have your own garden, what better way to catch a tan than in the privacy of your own home? However, some may think it's harmless to strip off to sunbathe naked, but you should be careful, as police have warned you could be breaking the law if you do so. While in England and Wales it's not an offense to be naked in public, there are certain caveats to this. You can't be naked with the intention of causing distress or alarm, even in your own private garden. This is an offense under Section 66 of the Sexual Offences Act 2003. The Crown Prosecution Service says, in the case of naturism, a balance needs to be struck between the naturist's right to freedom of expression and the right of the wider public to be protected from harassment, alarm, and distress. While you might be on your own property while in your garden, most of us living in terraced houses will know that it's often fairly easy to catch a glimpse of your neighbor's garden, even if you're not intending on snooping. This means that even though you're not necessarily naked in public, you could still cause distress or alarm to your neighbors, although you're only breaking the law if you intended to do so. So, what should you do if you want to sunbathe naked without worrying about your neighbors? The advice from the police is to let your neighbors know what you're up to before you head out into the sunshine with no clothes on, as well as trying to set up camp in an area of your garden that is screened from view. Surrey police previously shared a post about the issue after a row between neighbors in Reigate. They said, if you want to wander around your garden naked and you are overlooked by neighbors, then you have to be careful. An Englishman's home is not quite his castle, and your garden is not exempt from the law. In an ideal world, your relationship with your neighbors would be such that they would not object to you gardening in the buff, and they would never dream of calling the police. In the real world, however, you would be well advised to take some simple precautions. However, the law is clear in that an offense is only possible if the naked person had the intention to cause alarm or distress, and British naturism states you have no obligation to tell your neighbors what you're up to. They claimed, there is no law against being naked in public, and so stripping off and enjoying the sun on your skin in your own garden cannot lead to arrest, nor can your neighbors make you cover up. Being neighborly might mean you tell your neighbors that you plan to sunbathe naked, but there is no obligation to do so, so don't hesitate. Studies have shown that spending time naked is good for you, and so we encourage everyone to take advantage of the wonderful weather and celebrate their uniqueness.